Hi gamers! Time to check out what video games and what magic cards I've added to my collection recently. I'm happy that you're here to check these out with me. Starting here with quite a different game. Here we have a new Nintendo 64 game. This is the Kumidaiko Beat-Off 64. Of course, this is an unlicensed game, a homebrew game that actually a Finnish team of 4 people, I think, made in 2020. And actually, I received this as a gift from a colleague that met one or more of the makers of the game and received this from them. And my colleague knew that I was, of course, a huge Nintendo 64 fan and collector, so what better place to have it than in my collection. As you can see, the box is quite wonky. You had to like fold it yourself, and I think it's all part of the process of this game. It's funny. I'm not sure when this was actually made. This physical cartridge, which I'm gonna pull out here. So yes, this does work on an actual Nintendo 64. They made these themselves. Sadly, no manual, but at least you get this cardboard insert inside as well. This has been recently released on the PS4, Switch, and also on Steam. I'm not sure when they made this physical copy because I think like the original 2020 release for the Nintendo 64 was like you could play it on some shenanigan-y way, but not sure if they made the physical cartridge back then or if this is a recent release as well. But again, it's really nice to have this. It's this is all filled with some jokes. First up, on the cover here, 64 drum controllers don't exist but should, and this is actually a 4-player game. This is meant for something 64. Call your parents or other applicable loved ones in your life once in a while. What else do we have here? For recreational use, pretty much anywhere you can get it to work. But okay, I'm gonna read the backside here. So, Kumidaiko Beat-Off 64. It's a bumping, booming, blasting beat-off. The mythical super percussion cousins collide in this ultimate showdown of whippiness and cunning. Up to 4 players can choose their favorite animal face, complete with their own color, and go at it in survival mode and last mask standing battles. Or beat away at angry masks that would rather have you quiet in single-player mode. Either way, Kumidaiko Beat-Off 64 is a no-barrels-held brawl that will keep you coming back for more. Whip out your instrument and bust into battle with your favorite animal mug. Hit a mask with a high-velocity drum to beat some life out of it. Avoid other players whipping instruments and use your drum as a shield. Compete in state-of-the-art 64-bit arena until the end of time, having fun whacking with everyone you have around. And here are some screenshots. Yeah, you can take a look at some videos of the game. Very simple, as you would imagine, but haven't played this with 4 players or anything. But whenever I'll have my next game night, I'll sure to be whip this out and beat off with my friends. So thanks a lot to Mika for gifting me this. This is excellent. Then we have a couple of Switch games. Sadly, all are still shrink wrapped. Don't at me. But here we have, sorry, what's the glare here? We have another code recollection. Another code was one of my favorite original DS games. It was just a fantastic use of the very peculiar hardware, and it actually used the form factor of the DS with the clamshell closing, and of course the like you can use the pen to draw, and touchscreen, and two screens. Everything was used with another code. The Wii sequel wasn't quite as inspired as the original, even though you would think that, like, you know, you could do some pretty nifty things with the Wii remote, but yeah, it just didn't get to the same level as the DS original gameplay wise. But I do think that the Wii version had a better script, better story. But here in this Switch collection, we have both of the games as remasters. I'm actually quite interested in seeing how they figured out some of the better puzzles, for example, in the DS version. How did they physically do them in the Switch version? So looking forward to playing this one day. We also got Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and the brand new Princess Peach Showtime. I think like Nintendo was pretty happy at like how the Super Mario movie took off. Of course, it's part of their master plan, but like just the song, the Peach's song, and how well Princess Peach was received, I think it boded well for this game that of course was in development when they were still making the Super Mario movie. Then we have a couple of Amiibo here. We have Noah and Mio, the first Xenoblade Chronicles Amiibo. Of course, there had been Xenoblade Chronicles Amiibo for Super Smash Bros. Lineup, but these are the first ones that actually have like a unique base here. And yeah, I didn't do a separate video for these. I thought I would just feature them in as part of this recent collecting video. Some nice changes in like glossy boots and more matte pants. Sword is maybe a bit too bendy for my tastes. And again, I like a third texture here, the shiny metallic coat. Yeah. Here are all kinds of accessories. The jacket that is floating like apart from the body, and little necklace, ribbons. Yeah, some really nice details here. But of course, oh, that was the wrong button. I meant to do this. But of course, also got the final Super Smash Bros. Amiibo Sora here. I did a video where I showed all of my Amiibo that have come out so far. If you haven't watched that video yet, please do so now. Quite proud of that. It's like a decade of collecting these figurines, and it's not many of these. Several of these were hard to find, and but yeah, I do have all the released Amiibo, and Sora here being the final one in the lineup that started it all, Super Smash Bros. But we'll have to see. Like I don't think there's currently any Amiibo that have been announced, so that's actually it's kind of weird feeling, because for the past 10 years there was always something to look forward to. Now there isn't. I'm sure it's like has something to do with the Switch 2 being around the corner, like coming in a year or something like that. maybe this year, we can't be sure, but yeah, maybe like I don't know, I would feel that this is like easy money for Nintendo. People love them and like that, so I think it would be a mistake if they stopped making these altogether. I'm sure that Switch 2 does have like an NFC reader, and Amiibo would work there as well, but we'll have to see what's the deal here. But still, it's nice to be in this spot finally with Sora. So that was the video game portion of this recent collecting video, and like I started doing these in the previous recent collecting video. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not buying that many video games these days anymore. Just keeping up with like Nintendo releases and something different maybe here and there. But yeah, I just wanted to add my Magic the Gathering cards to these videos. I'm quite active at playing Magic the Gathering, always adding new and old stuff to my decks. So basically I'm just showing what old stuff I've got, apart from maybe some like secret lairs or something like that. But let's dive right to it. First up, I want to show what like old foils I've got. I made a new deck. It's Dinahair that cares about activated abilities of creatures, gives them haste, and also doubles some of your more expensive activated abilities. So whenever I do like a new deck, I always go through like what old foils can I add there. For example, here's a Feto Alchemist with a tap ability, untap target artifact or creature. There's a ton of these. I think I have like all of the untap enablers in the deck, but this is one of the few that was available in like old foils, so of course I gotta get this. Wasn't expensive or anything like that, so it's a no-brainer to get it. Also Pemin's Aura, which goes infinite with some of the creatures in the deck. Nice way to untap by itself, just using one blue mana. An Archivist. It's not like, of course, it's not the best way to draw some cards, but when it doesn't have any like additional costs, just a tap, and you have your untappers, which like draw you even more cards, or just have a Pemin's Aura on it, so you can draw a card for each blue mana that you use. It gets pretty good pretty fast. And I said, even though I kind of dislike combo, I do have some combo or maybe synergy in the deck. Well, maybe this is a combo, but yeah, Magistrate Scepter that you can take extra turns with this, and you can like untap this multiple times per turn, and with the Dinahair, the commander, you can put 2 counters on it at once. So yeah, it's a pretty nice way to get some infinite turns. And like yeah, of course, to me, if a combo is like 2 cards that you have, like you have a permanent on the table, then you play another card, oh, I win. Like that's not the kind of combo that I like. I hate that. Like it invalidates the entire game that we played beforehand. But like this, I need at least like 3 permanents, maybe more, to make this work. So this is heavily telegraphed. People can easily like interact with it, remove it, and just like make it go slower. So this isn't like I win a card right off the bat, so you actually have to work with it. So I think that's fair in that respect. And yeah, an old school foil, love it. Got some other cards that I didn't show you in my previous video, Collective Unconscious is one of my favorite cards, like visually, and especially the old school foil, just so nice and shiny. I love the artwork here. Of course, the effect has been is outdated these days, but still, I just love Collective Unconscious. And when I started getting more into the old school foils, this was one of the first cards that I wanted to get. Also I got here a Doggett Hunter and a Samite Archer. I mean, just look at these shiny things. I love it. I love the old school foils. These were actually going into my Dinaher deck because these have some nice tap abilities, but they just didn't make the final cut in the end. They just had too many things to cram into the deck, so had to take out some of these more fringe playable cards. But still, nice to own them. I'm happy that I can put them into my foil folder now. What else do we have here? I got the original Greed. This is for my Keurig deck. Yeah, just a way to draw cards without using any mana, because you can just pay the 2 to draw the card with Keurig. Of course, Greed has many printings, most of them very inexpensive, but yeah, when there's like an original Legends printing, of course I gotta get that. And next, I did get this Secret Lair. So this was the Dan Fraser, well, the Mox Opal is here the focal point of the Secret Lair. It was called the, what was it, the Festival in the Box Las Vegas. So you could only get these etched foil retro frame Mox Tantalite, Mox Opal, Arcane Signet, and Sol Ring as part of that box. I would have preferred, I'm not really a big fan of the etched foil. As you can see, they're quite dark. They're not that shiny. Like, I would have preferred to get this as non-foil, especially whenever even the non-foil is cheaper than the etched one. But this was only available in this etched foil form, so it was okay. Other things that were included in the Secret Lair was it 36 or 24 like different boosters for a Chaos Draft, and we did just that with my friends. I sold them the boosters and recouped some of my costs for the Secret Lair, and we had nice time with the Chaos Draft. And also in the Secret Lair was a box of mystery boosters. Just gonna keep this sealed, like my other small collection of sealed booster boxes. There's some good things here, and yeah, it might go up in value. I don't think it will crash or anything like that. Some decent reprints here, and it's but if I at some point want to open this up, that's another nice Chaos Draft right here. But yeah, between the price of this box and of course the Mox Opal, and after I had sold the excess Chaos boosters, yeah, the price of the Secret Lair, which was pretty okay for me. I think it was, even though it was quite expensive, like 250 euros, something like that, like the end price, it was pretty okay. A couple of more here. I got a couple of Grim Monoliths. As you can see, these are the World Championship gold bordered decks, or cards from the decks. that have a different card back, which doesn't matter because you can see it here. And yeah, well, these are proxies, of course. Something that, you know, when Wizards made the Magic 30 cards, which are, yeah, they're ugly and overpriced, definitely overpriced, but they kinda like made proxies okay. But in my mind, proxies are okay if they are printed by Wizards. The Magic 30 cards are okay if somebody is crazy enough to pay those kind of prices for them. And to me, these World Championship deck cards are okay as well in our games, especially if you already own the card, at least like one copy. I got one Grim Monolith, so I gave myself permission that instead of like getting several Grim Monoliths or just taking out the one and changing it around in my decks, it's just easier. And but still, like, these look amazing. These are really good looking cards, and yeah, official Wizards made cards, so this is okay by me, especially if you own at least one of the originals. But there are differences in these, like there are many like Grim Monolith. Grim Monolith is available in this. Gaia's Cradle is available. Vampiric Tutor, lots of different cards are available in these decks. But I just noticed that Grim Monolith it's actually really cheap in this form. Like the original card is like, of course, depending on the condition, it's like €100 card, and you could get this gold bordered version at like €20. Compare that to, for example, Vampiric Tutor, which is like a I don't know, €35 card, and it costs the same €20 in gold border. So it's like you only get like 50% off when you buy a gold bordered Vampiric Tutor, but you get like 80% off when you get a gold bordered Grim Monolith. So that just made too much sense for me not to get these Grim Monoliths in gold border. So yeah, I like how they look. They play just the same, and especially in this case, like, you should check them out. Some cards have a really nice discount, like Grim Monolith has. Gaia's Cradle, it's still very expensive in gold border. Like, I don't know, it's also like maybe 50 or maybe 60% off, but still a couple of €100 in gold border. So yeah. But yeah, this is fine by me, especially in our play group, to use these. And you know, it's not really about the money. Like, I could get these. Of course, I have a big collection of cards, but yeah, when I get these as gold bordered, then I have some money to buy something else in like as official cards. For example, like this. Here we have Mana Crypt. This is the Kaladesh Inventions or masterpieces, and yeah, these Kaladesh cards are like some of the best looking cards I've seen. The foiling is just amazing, and I love the borders here. And I don't have too many Mana Crypts. This is my second one. I don't like to put it in every deck. I think you can get yourself burned quite easily in a long commander game. Like, you can get like 21 damage from your Mana Crypt, so it's fine. Like, you don't have to play that. I only play this in my best of the best decks. Again, here is a curious thing with the prices. For example, I also have a Sol Ring of the Kaladesh Inventions, and that's like, I don't know, €700. And a Sol Ring, the cheapest Sol Ring that you can get is like €1 or €2. So that's a big discrepancy. Whereas Mana Crypt, it's well roughly the same price as a Sol Ring, like 600, 700, and the second cheapest Mana Crypt is like 150 euros. So there's like a huge discrepancy here. That's why I thought that I'm in the market for a second Mana Crypt, but I also love the Kaladesh Inventions. So yeah, the price multiplier was just made enough sense for me to get this in this version, because yeah, all of the Kaladesh Inventions are crazy rare. Like, I can't believe that they are as cheap as they are. And there are many, like most of the Kaladesh Inventions are like 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 euro cards in their cheapest form. But when they're masterpieces, they're like 50 euros, 75 euros, 100 euros. So multiple times over the original price. Whereas Mana Crypt is like 4 times the price. So to me that was a good bargain, and yeah, even despite what Wizards has done with the game, I still feel that the original printings, original rare cool cards will keep their value in the long run. So that's why I got this version of Mana Crypt. And that's it for my ramble this time. Hope you enjoyed the video game segment. Hope you enjoyed the Magic segment. If you enjoyed only one, that's okay. I really appreciate that you still watch the video. Maybe push that like button. Follow Fingame on Twitter and Instagram as well. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you next time.